way when people are like, oh, hey, I'm a celebrity chef. No, you're not. You're somebody who loves to cook. I'm not going to take that away from you. You're a celebrity, great, but you're a celebrity cook, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's no less than anything else.
Welcome back to Keeping Up with Showmax. As you can see, I've got two incredible people with me. They are chefs. So, I mean, I wish we could have a whole demonstration on them, teaching me a few things, but not this time. I've got Zola, who we all know. I mean, you've done books, you have a TV show right now, just some incredible things. So glad you could be here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we also have Aya, who's on the up and coming. We know him from Afternoon Express. We've seen you a few times on there. And, I think it's just really exciting to have a chat with the two of you and really break down what we feel or think is a celebrity chef in 2019, because I don't think that did it really exist before?
I mean, it certainly didn't exist when I decided to be a chef, that's for sure. But yeah, it's cool now that the career path that I've chosen has become more trendy and more, in people's faces, and people can look at somebody like me and go, oh, she looks like me, I can do that, and I can be what she is.
Aren't you glad you started your cooking when you did?
Absolutely. Well, I love what I do.
Everyone that's new in the space now, because I mean, there's so many chefs now out there. There's so many people who want to be chefs right now, and also so many celebrities that want to tap into chefing as well and make it their own.
I think
so it's so huge now. It's so hard for people that have been living in this industry for the sake of making their work be seen by the entire country and the world.
That makes sense. I think for me, I see a lot more celebrities trying to dabble in the celebrity chef, situation. They're trying to bring up that aspect of themselves. Like, there's certain people where you're like, oh, you also cook. Like, oh, okay. You sing and now you also cook. Or you act and now you also cook.
And listen, I just want to say there's nothing wrong with it. I think that the more people who love cooking, who enjoy cooking, and that's the premise of what I do. I want to share the joy that cooking gives me. Yeah. So the more, celebrities and people who want to cook, who love to cook and share it, fantastic. Yeah. But there is a difference between being a cook and being a chef. There's nothing wrong with being a cook, just like there's nothing wrong with being a chef. But what people I think fail to understand is that you can't just put the label chef on somebody. It's a career that we studied. You know what I mean? I studied to be a chef. I studied to earn the title chef. So it always, I don't know how to put it. If it rubs you the wrong way when people are like, oh, hey, I'm a celebrity chef. No, you're not. You're somebody who loves to cook. I'm not going to take that away from you. You're a celebrity, great, but you're a celebrity cook, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's no less than anything else.
I must say, I've interviewed Jay something a couple of times, and I love that he
calls
always
himself the wannabe chef.
Exactly. I respect him so much because he's so clear.
And he's brilliant.
Exactly. He's
brilliant.
Amazing. But he will always say, I will never call myself a chef because I didn't do that. I didn't go to school for it. I didn't study it. And he understands exactly. And I think even when you hear him as somebody who just listens to his interview, you hear that he has a better understanding of the industry.
Right.
And not just he's in the industry and not just put a title on himself, because I think we're seeing a new kind of trend of celebrity chefs because it might seem like an add-on that can bring in money again, and not that, because for me, I think it's very risky to attach something to your name that you don't know very well. Like, if you're just a cook, which is great, but like,
nobody's taking away anything from anybody who loves to cook.
Yes.
Right. My mom's a cook and
tell us that these are the recipes that you grew up with, and these are the things, because for me, if you put the title of a chef, I must be able to ask you certain questions.
And also it implies that you studied to be a chef, because it's a career, choice. So that whole celebrity chef thing is like a weird space for me.
I don't know what to think about it. I just cook. I see myself as a chef, and all I want to do is just cook for people. That's it.
Yeah.
What it comes with it, I would write it if it doesn't take me away from what I like doing. I mean, for example, if now I'm a cook and then I get invited, like what you just said now, you got invited to a tasty, delicious fest. That doesn't take you away from what you're all about. It's still about food. So
I think it's about really just representing who you really are.
Absolutely.
Just represent who you are and give credit where credit is due, because there's certain people that have studied this craft, have worked really, really hard. I mean, you hear internationally, like is it a Michelin star, and how hard it is to get that, and knowing that people work extremely hard to gain respect and knowledge of this industry. And there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I just really love cooking. I make some really amazing dishes, and a lot of people seem to like it, so I decided to share it.
And that's wonderful. And for me, I mean, if somebody were to ask me, how do you define yourself? Like what is your title or your job specification? I always say I'm a chef. I'm a chef and a food stylist. It's for everybody else to put on whatever other titles. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, the definition of what I do and what I'm passionate about is first and foremost being a chef and a food stylist, and that's what I do every single day. I'm just one of the fortunate few who is in the public eye doing and showcasing what I love to do, and I'm very grateful for that. And it's a wonderful thing to have that platform, but I'm also not defined by that platform. Do you know what I mean? So the core of what I love to do is food and teaching people how to cook, and that's why I have a show, so that I can reach more people and share more of my food with more people. That's why I have books, so that I can go into people's homes without physically going into people's homes, which I'd love to do. Go into everybody's house and cook with them. That's like my dream of life, but that's not possible. So for me, the entire basis of what I do is to share food knowledge. And that's my.
Now, Aya, for you, when you started out, would you say you knew people who were like celebrity chefs and people that you maybe aspired to that way?
Not at all, because also how I started in the industry, for me, it was not to become the best. It was not to be on TV, because I didn't even know that you can make this a career.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just an escape plan of being safe, and I've always known that I'll never be hungry if I work in the kitchen. So coming from a background of not having so much, it was just a plan that, if I can find this and find one place whereby I'll gain trust with a particular chef that loves me so much, I'll be sorted for the rest of my life.
Let's talk about somebody who maybe sees a celebrity chef, right? And they're like, oh, I like that. I want to be the next whoever, Siba, Zola, whoever that they feel like, okay, cool, is out here doing food. Maybe not necessarily a celebrity chef, let's just say celebrity cook or chef. Let's put it in those categories, right? Because we have seen a growth in that, right? We've seen Siba, who's done things locally, internationally. She's done TV, she has books. You're doing TV, you have books. There's Lorna Maseko, who is known as a celebrity and who's also in the food industry and has grown in that platform. There's Jay something. So there seems to be this growth of it. But am I wrong to say that they're probably the exception to the rule? Is there a growth? Is it a possible thing for the masses to be like, I want to achieve that? Or is there still a very fine line to get there?
I think absolutely. Listen, when I decided to be a chef, which is actually my second career choice, because when I left school, I studied law, and then I realized I didn't want to be a lawyer, and then I swapped and did chefing, etc. So no, I think that as long as you have a passion for what you do, I don't think it's right for you to go. It's like somebody going, asking somebody, what do you want to be when you grow up? And your answer is famous. Yeah. It's like, famous for what? Yeah. You can't just go, I want to be, when I grow up, I want to be a TV chef. No, what you want to be is a chef. So you must realize, whatever you choose your core career choice to be, is something that you have to love to do. And whether nobody's watching or not, you're going to do it.
Because this whole industry, in terms of media, a lot of people be like, I want to be the next Bonang.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Bonang is Bonang.
Do you want to be a TV presenter, which is what she does? Do you want to be? And so I think a lot of people sometimes see this glam. They'll see the travel. They'll see the appreciation of the food.
Those people are misguided. Because I think that you have to decide what makes you happy, and that become your career choice, and everything else will fall into place. Because what's meant for you will never miss you.
And also you must understand that everyone has a different story. Everyone's story is totally different. What I've always heard from the people that are always like behind my back, supporting me and motivating me, were like, you just do what you love doing, and then the presence of like God will put you in presence of great men, and then with that is gonna come success. So just do what you love, what you think you were made to do. Your gift, make it like pop out there, and then the rest will follow. But always be true to yourself.
Nice. Okay. Well, to kind of wrap things up, in terms of TV, because I think that's where the celebrity aspect comes in. People see people on TV and they're like, what? We're a celebrity now. But getting into that industry as a chef or as a cook enthusiast, how easy or difficult is it to get into that space? And I would like both opinions. So for me, in terms of hosting your own show and getting that up, and for you in terms of coming into the industry and being part of an already existing show.
I think I've got to be on TV because of Top Chef. Because after Top Chef and making it like a runner-up, like a finalist on the show, I kind of started getting more opportunities. Even people were like, oh, you should start having your own show. You look good on TV and all of that. And my response to them was always like, there is so much that I need to learn before I go on TV. I feel like there's so much that I need to learn. Hence, I look up to people like Zola. I get in contact with people that are already there to kind of see how the ladder was for them, so that I can learn the basics. I mean, I can't just go from being a chef at a restaurant and boom on TV. I'm gonna mess my life up.
For me, my TV career started on Espresso, as everybody knows. My intention was never to be on TV. For me, I just wanted to be a chef behind the scenes and a food stylist behind the scenes. And the producer of the show, Patience Stevens, she saw something in me and she was like, you must go on air. And I was like, I don't know, Patience, I want to be behind the scenes. And I sort of resisted for a really long time until eventually, stubborn me, that's how I wanted to be a lawyer. I was like, fine, let me do it to prove you wrong. And that's when it started and it never stopped. So I went on air that one day and never stopped for 7 years.
You were loved, straight up.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very much. Like Zola came on and you're like, we're riding with.
So I think that's why I always really truly believe that what's meant for you will never miss you. So that opportunity was made for me, and Patience saw it in me. She said get on the screen, and I got on the screen, and that's where my TV career started. So it evolved, and now to have my own show. And
was it your own show? Because I think people need to understand your concept, something you pitched, something you went out and sought after, or it came along your path?
Well, it was always the next natural step. Just like writing a book was the natural next step, and you've got to grow in your career and do things and reach different platforms. So the production company Oguhle approached me and they were like, listen, Zola, we've been watching you on Expression for like 1,000 years now, and we really think you should have your own thing. And I was like, I've been thinking about it. And we sat together and we were like, okay, cool, what type of show do I want to make? This is the question that they asked me. And I was like, guys, this is what I want. I want to hear people's stories and cook with them and teach them how to cook. And that's where the show sort of stemmed from. And then we refined it with Oguhle, and everything was so wonderful to work with them because it was such a great partnership. They heard because they understood that I'm putting my name on something. So it can't be something that you're dictating to me. It's got to be something that I'm fully into because I'm carrying it. You know what I mean? Celebs come in and I meet some of them for the first time. Some of them are my friends. And we just have conversation. This is the thing I love about food, is that once you put somebody in a kitchen space, it's an intimate space. It's like a sharing space. Everyone's comfortable in a kitchen. You give somebody something to do, already they're relaxed. And then I'm like, okay, chop that onion and saute that. Okay, now cool, tell me something about yourself. And you'll be surprised at how much people are willing to share. And some of the stories that we came out with in the show, literally the celebrities afterwards, after we finished shooting, would go, I've never said that out loud. And I'm just like, those are the stories that I want to, and that's what food evokes in people. A sense of sharing, a sense of community. And by hearing other people's stories, who you deem celebrities and people you look up to, and go, wow, they also went through something that I went through. It just makes, the person watching feel like, okay, cool, I can get through it too.
Guys, thank you so much. I think we had such a fun conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah. And well, guys, follow them. I'll put all their details in the description box to check them out. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you have favorites of celebrity chefs? What do you think about them? Let us know in the comment section down below. Until next time, bye guys.